I'm in this piece. You know what I'm saying? Another day, another dime. Straight up, man. They be talking about how black people are just so violent and all this type of shit. And I seen a news story, I think it was yesterday or sometime recently, about a white couple that not only unalived their children, but they beheaded them. They cut their children's head off. This happened recently. The people got life, I believe. Or I think they got life. It's life. Unalive their kids by decapitating them. Now, I ain't never heard no black people doing no shit like that. I done heard black people doing a bunch of shit. I ain't never heard no black person decapitating their kids. I'm not saying it ain't happened. I'm saying I ain't never heard of it. Shout out to YouTube. But man, yeah, it's another day, another dollar. I had a good day with my furniture business. Wakanda. It was 50-50. Cause I had a setback too. I had a setback, and then I turned around and made a decent amount of money. So I kind of made up for the setback a little bit. So overall, it was a pretty good day. I gotta turn up. I gotta turn up on my content right here. I'm trying to monetize this page right here. I gotta get like I gotta get 3,000 watch hours, and I think I got like 100 and something. What's going on in the news? It's a lot of crazy motherfuckers, man. That's why you gotta stay strapped and be ready. There's just a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here and shit. Just doing random crazy shit. Shout out to the Dr. Pepper girl. Dr. Pepper girl. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Doo-doo-doo. She fucking winning with that shit. Shout out to her. I think they do that every now and then, like just throw somebody a bone like that every now and then, just like hope. So all the other content creators just keep on doing what they doing. It's like hope, putting some hope out there. Cause now you got a whole bunch of people like, okay, well she made $2 million just making a jingle. Now I make a jingle, I make $2 million. So it's almost like all the companies got free employees now. Not necessarily free, they'll pay them once they choose it. But they got all these people just attempting to make jingles. Somebody gonna come up with one they like. That's actually a pretty good business if you a producer or something like that. You make beats. Making jingles is actually probably a pretty lucrative business if you can get into that. Let's see what the news talking about. This is the most anticipated smart security camera. Oh, I'm on my I gotta change pages because on that page I don't have the YouTube Premium, so it shows me the commercials and everything. I'm finna just troll a few channels that I visit, see what they talking about. This peak on them.
I am. That's right. That's why I'm telling you, artists are not signing any record deals.
Big Ant, this Big Ant and Pico and them and all that. They from Houston. Big Ant, we from the same hood. Big Ant, he from Greens Point. My family at the Greens Point.
Why they're not signing the record deals, because majority of the artists that sign deals, they end up falling off, and it's hard to come back from a fall off.
That's true.
So most of these, bro, most of the artists,
absolute statement.
Most artists do end up falling the fuck off. It's very few artists that actually take that and run with it and, be super successful and just keep it going and keep it going. It's way more artists that crash.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of
you can look that up. That's a known thing.
A lot of artists do. But here's the
bro, it's more artists that's unsuccessful than art.
Hold on. Here's the reality.
Alright, I'm finna switch channels. I don't wanna be streaming somebody else shit just too long. This is this shit ain't even started yet. His name is No Cap. That this shit is on my feed. Some of it I watch, some of it I don't. They be putting stuff on my feed I don't even watch sometimes. I be like, why is that on my feed? I never clicked on that before. Let's see, this Fatty.
If I have a diamond, Fatty, and I choose to throw that diamond away, okay? Second, if I replace it with a rock, the rock is still a rock, and it's not more valuable than the diamond. But now,
that would depend on what type of situation you're in. What if you're in a situation where you gotta eat a coconut, and the only way you can get the coconut open is with a rock? You don't have any other food. You don't have any other source. You don't have any water or anything. All you have is this coconut. You got a rock and a diamond. So you got a coconut, a rock, and a diamond, and you about to starve to death. Which one is more valuable, the rock or the diamond?
it's more valuable than the diamond to me, and how I feel and think about it when you come to Giselle, right? But the rock, hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, let me let him cook.
Still a rock, and the diamond is still the diamond. There will be fools who value the.
So he didn't debunk my point. My point was, a rock can be more valuable than a diamond. It just depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that goes. They talking about dating. So as it relates to dating, yeah, same situation. The rock can be just as valuable as the diamond, just depending on the situation.
Rock like a diamond. And there's powerful people, or there's women like Giselle, who can look at the diamond, the rock, and make it a diamond. But once that person throws away that diamond, it will eventually go back to be seen as a rock.
Nah, see, he's saying change it into a diamond to give it value. I'm saying as a rock, it has value. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you ain't got to change it into nothing. I'm saying changing it would actually harm the value in this particular situation that I'm talking about. Now you got two diamonds in the coconut. How you gonna get the coconut open? You got two diamonds in the coconut now. When you had a rock, a diamond, and a coconut, you could have used the rock to bust the coconut open. Am I going too far with this analogy?
So your point is
I might be going too far with this analogy.
Is more valuable. You think the rock is more valuable than the diamond? Because you throw away the diamond and you pick up the rock, right?
Giselle had the diamond.
All right, finna switch channels.
This is only the rock I respect.
Shout out to Fatty and them. I watch Fatty and them every now and then. Fatty from some other place, I think Portuguese or some other place. That's why he talk all weird and shit. He can't pronounce the letter H. Like if you say hat, he'll say at. I was wearing my at. Like what, nigga? What is that at, nigga? This my big bro right here.
OG person.
Yes, sir.
This OG person. This my big bro.
So there's this older guy, black guy.
Little did everybody know. I think I told this story before, but OG Percy was actually one of the people that tried to show me how to sell crack when I was young. He was was he the first? Let me think. He was the first person. He might have been the first. Let me think. I think he was. Matter of fact, I think he was the first. He was the first person to. No, let me take that back. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Al G, big gangster, big GD gangster. Al G was the first person to show me how to sell crack. That's right. Al G was the first person, and then after Al G, it was OG Percy. OG Percy was the second person to show me how to sell crack. Straight up, that was the big bro. When I first got out the military, I was hanging around them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to show me how to sell crack one day. Cause I went over Percy house. I was like, man, I need to make some money. I don't know what to do. I was young. I ain't really know how to get money yet. And I was like, I need to make some money. I don't know what to do, big bro. Show me how to make some money out here in these streets. He said, all right, I'm finna show you how to sell crack. He tried to show me too. He was sincere. The big homie really was trying to show me and shit. I just didn't know I still didn't get it down. Cause you know what it was? I was too paranoid. Selling crack for me always made me too paranoid. Like whenever I had the crack on me, I just felt real scared. I felt like everybody knew I had it on me and shit. I was like real paranoid. I felt like you could look on my face and tell that I had something on me or I was up to something. Just cause how paranoid I was and shit. And I remember Percy told this story on his channel one time about, and I was like, damn, that nigga telling that story and I was there. I remember that shit. Like he told a story about how he had went into a trap one day and robbed him. And he came climbing out the window and shit. I was with him. I was driving, matter of fact. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I was driving. I was the getaway driver. I ain't even know he was finna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just remember him come climbing out the window and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck is he coming out the window for? Because he went in the door. He went in the door, but he come climbing out the window. I'm like, what the hell is this nigga climbing out the window? What the fuck he done did? But I was green and young, so I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. But what I found out later what he had did was he was teaching me how to sell crack. So he was finna go get a 50 to show me how to bust it down and all that, right? He kept the money. I gave him the $50 to go to 50. He kept the $50 and went in there and took and stole the crack from dude and came climbing out the window and shit. Cause when he came climbing out the window, he was like, "Go, nigga, go, go, go." So I drove off and shit. He told me what he did. I was like, "Damn, you did that?" He was like, "Yeah, that's part of selling crack. Sometimes you gotta big bro used to tell me about the streets and shit. Straight up. A lot of people don't know that. That's my big bro, Percy, OG Percy. He taught me a lot about the streets and shit. I used to be on there on they block and shit, hanging out with them. Over there in the phone. On Lil John block. I used to be over there with them. Trouble all them. I used to be over there in trouble them trap. Young Dreek and them used to be over there. I used to be over there. Young Dreek used to be over there. We used to be at the little hamburger shop right there on Miller right there. Was that Miller? That's Miller. We used to be on the little hamburger shop right there. I used to be over there with them niggas. I think Big Bro mad at me though. I think that's why he don't acknowledge a nigga or nothing. He don't try to do no content with me or whatever. Cause I think he mad at a nigga. I ain't gonna speak on it. I don't know if he wanted the shit to be spoke on, whatever the situation that we had or whatever. But I still got love for Big Bro. I don't give a fuck. He probably mad at me though. He rightfully probably mad. He probably got he got a rightful reason to be mad. That's why I ain't tripping on that. On him being mad about whatever. But that is Big Bro though. If you ask him, he'll probably tell you. If you ask him if he know me and shit, he probably tell you. But he probably mad at a nigga though. That's big bro though. A lot of the stories that he was telling on here on his channel, that he be telling stories and shit. I was there for a lot of that shit. I remember, cause he be telling the story, and I be like, oh damn, I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot, like several different stories he done told. I was there. I remember that shit. I used to be over there with them on Lil John Block, all that on Miller at the car wash right there, all with all them. Then my other big homeboy Ice Mike. A lot of people from over there probably know Ice Mike. Ice Mike, mama had a daycare over there. So we used to be at her daycare all the time too. If we wasn't on the block, we was at the daycare. We used to take hoes over there. We used to smash shit out hoes at the daycare. We used to tell them hoes that was our house. We'd like go find some hoes at the club, whatever, and we'd tell the hoes we had the key to the daycare and everything. We'd tell the hoes and shit that it was our house, and we'd take them back to the daycare and smash them. And they'd think we had a house and shit. Hey, you nigga got a house, girl. We ain't got no motherfucking house. That's the big homie house. Big homie mama house, matter of fact. That's her second or third. She had more than one house. So she had turned one of them into a daycare. She was like my auntie or something. That's like my family. All the people I'm talking about right now. It's like my family members. That's how I look at them. Like OG Percy, y'all them. That's really like my big bro, for real though. All bullshit aside. TY Too Smart, what's happening? What's happening, TY Too Smart? You too smart? Okay, let's test that. I'm gonna ask you a question. You got 9 seconds to answer. If you can answer this question correctly in 9 seconds, I believe that you're smart. If you can't, I'm not gonna believe that you're smart. Here's the question. What is 4 plus 8 times 2? Oh, that's the wrong song. I'm supposed to be singing the timer song. That's a different. I can't remember it. Whatever. Time is up. Wrong. You ain't smart, TY. Damn, TY. I was hoping you won. I was hoping you did it. I was rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I was on here popping my shit. I don't know. Your name say smart. I'm just popping my shit. Let me see what Big Bro talking about right first.
Is what the internet calls him. So he basically has a restaurant, or at least we thought he had a restaurant, because he was going viral making videos saying.
I'm gonna say this, Big Bro. If you listening, my bad. I was just on my rock star shit. I'm just gonna say that.
Fall off the bone. People were flying to his establishment, checking out the ribs. Influencers were coming, trying to do food reviews and even give him money. The restaurant ended up blowing up, and it became a hit amongst black people.
Oh, they talking about tenderism, man. Tenderism, man. Old school. They didn't fucking over school. And white boys on that restaurant been fucking over school, trying to slave him out and shit. And use his recognition to blow their shit up. Which is fine, but partner with the old man. Don't be trying to use him and shit. Hey, why do white people already got to try to use us for everything? Get that man his just due. You know what I'm saying? Let him get partner up with him. Partner up with him, make your shit go up. Don't try to fuck over him and shit.
Support this older black man who looked like he came from the streets and came up. Turns out, after further review, that several people specific.
School been cooking that barbecue. School good in the bitch with that barbecue. Y'all really got School fucked up. And that restaurant really got him fucked up too. They need to pay School what he weigh.
The white man that he was working with, he doesn't own the word tenderism. He doesn't own the restaurant. He works for the restaurant. A lot of people are feeling like He's being exploited and whatnot. Um, the owner has come out and like spoke against it. He's even had
The owner, he came out and said something, but you know what he also did? He blocked I forgot the food review dude, the famous damn, I can't even say it. The famous food review dude. I forgot his name. He went up there to try to tip school like 4-5 grand or something like that. He said, and they blocked dude from getting in there to talk to school. I was like, ah, I knew it was some funny business. As soon as they said that, I knew it was some funny business. Cause why y'all trying to block a dude from school? Food review dude.
black dude in the video. Black dude look like it just looks bad. Um, what would
Tune, let's
make of this
big bro
situation?
talk.
Hey man, this is a movie came out one time called The Five Heartbeats, right? And when The Five Heartbeats came out and the album dropped, they looked at the album cover and it had a bunch of white men on it. And the man said, "What the fuck is y'all doing? Why y'all change the album cover?"
Hey, big bro and them used to make me work out and shit. I remember every time I used to go over their house, shit used to make me lift weights and shit.
You understand me? And then the other black dude sitting in the
Push up, lift weights. You had to hit the weight. You couldn't just go over there and just hang out.
let us have nothing of
You
our
had
own.
to hit them up.
Huh? I know that probably went over a lot of people here in this movie. Well, tell them I got a granddaddy in Lamesa, Texas, y'all. His name is David Dills.
Bro, you taking too long to get to the point. I'm gonna get a strike on my channel. You gotta get to the point so I can review your opinion. That sound fucked up for the reviewer's opinion. Don't that kind of sound like kind of fucked up? Cause everybody got an opinion. Who the fuck is you to review they shit?
A veteran fought in the World War II.
Everybody got an opinion.
Probably World War I too. Understand me? He spent all my life. He was a good man. But my granddaddy had one tradition. He knew how to make sausage. He was the best sausage maker in the world.
Big bro take too long to get to the.
Sausage.
He too good of a storyteller. I'm trying to get to it quick so I can say some shit, respond to the shit. I know this nigga gonna say something I don't like.
Well, during the Grammys,
I don't know.
Noah
Vag might fuck
made
around
some
and
jokes.
strike
And
your
when he was
shit just for
talking
even having the
about
voice
Saucy
on there.
Billboard, he said, "That's a Grammy every artist wants."
So I better be careful playing Vlad shit. You fuck around and you can't even play his intro or nothing, nigga. That's fucked up, huh? Damn, I know what we need to talk about. Lil Jon, baby. Damn. I just seen that not too long ago. They found his baby in the pond or some shit. Damn. When they first said he was missing, I was like, fuck. Ain't no telling what the fuck. I started thinking about my babies and shit like, damn, my babies, and then my boys, they all becoming young men right now. So they all finna be out here in the world doing their thing and shit here in a little bit. That shit be worrying me like, god damn, they gonna be out here doing their thing and shit. This world crazy than motherfucker. I can't be there to protect them everywhere they go, and you know. And you never know what the fuck could happen. This man probably don't know what happened with his baby. Damn. Damn, that sucks. It was a few people that died during this cold storm. Froze to death. It was a few people froze to death. Damn. Froze to death? That's harsh than a motherfucker. Like, god damn. So I'm just laying there asleep, and I just don't wake up. My body just going to a fucking. I don't know how would that even work. Like, damn. Your body just like the fluids in your body just turn to ice or something. Man, rest in peace to the young man, um, young Slade.
Everything that is making headlines this afternoon. First, we want to check in with our Angelique Proctor, who is on top of new developments, tragic ones at that, with the search of Atlanta rapper Lil Jon's son. It seems like there's been a devastating development here, Angelique. What more do we know?
Well, good afternoon to you, Tom. Yes, heartbreaking development here in the city of Milton. We are
Damn.
at Mayfield Park. This is the spot where Milton police had been looking for about 3.5 days. They do confirm for us that they did pull a body from this pond that you see here this afternoon. This is where they have been searching for
My baby, one of my babies talking about going to the military. And I think I'm the one that fucking around talked him into it. I don't even want him to go. You know what I'm saying? But I think he just been listening to me talk or something. And how I be talking about the military, I be talking all good and shit. Now he want to go. And I don't even want him to go, y'all. I'm like, damn, I don't even want him to go. I done talked him into the shit and I don't even want him to go. Like, damn, what do I do now? I'm like at a rock and a hard place. I got to support him on whatever he want to do, though. Because that's just how I do. So if that's what he want to do, I got to support him on it. But damn, I don't want him to go though. I don't want him to go, y'all. I don't want him to go to the military. Even though I went, my dad went, his dad went, all my uncles went, everybody, all the men in my family damn near. We all went. So I guess he just going the path. I guess he just doing the blood. That's what we do, I guess. I guess he just doing it too. But damn, that's me. I'm the parent. And I'm the one having to deal with the. And I remember when I told my T-Zone, cause I ain't even tell my mama nothing that I had signed. I signed up and didn't even tell nobody or nothing. I didn't tell them until the day I was finna leave and shit. And cause I needed a ride to the fucking hotel that we was meeting at to get on the bus. So the day that I was leaving, I was like, I gotta go. My mom was like, where you going? I was like, I gotta go. It's time for me to go to the army. She was like, you going to the army? I was like, yeah. I was like, I gotta go today. I need y'all to drop me off in it was in Mesquite. Drop me off in Mesquite at this hotel and shit. So my mama dropped me. She cried the whole time. I can't believe you signed up. You didn't even tell me you was going. This and the third. Ooh, she was crying and everything. And I was like, damn, I wonder why my mama acting like that. I thought she'd be proud of me for making this type of decision or whatever. But now that I'm the parent, and my baby finna try to leave and go to the military now, I get it now. So I'm like, damn, my baby finna leave me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was fucking me up even more about it. We just now starting to get close. Me and this particular child of mine. We had already always been kind of split up because we was just in different households. But now, now we a lot closer. So then now he finna fuck around and bounce on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But I'm actually proud of him for if he do decide to do that, I'm proud of him. If he don't decide not to do it, I'm still proud of him. Just for making, you know, a decision on that. Either way. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm the one kind of maybe I might have talked him into it a little bit. Kinda sorta. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, that's what he wanna do. I got his back. My oldest son, he is in the Air Force. He did go to the military. He's in the Air Force. So I guess that's just a thing we do in my family. The men, that's just what we do. We go to the military. All my uncles. I'm trying to think of one that didn't. Let me think. My uncle Didi. I think my uncle Didi. I don't know. He didn't go to the military. He probably the only one. Now that I think about it, everybody else. My uncle Kenny, he went to the Army. My dad went to the Air Force. Uh, who else? I don't think none of the women, just only the men. I don't think none of the women went. My Uncle James, he married into the family though, but he was in the army. My cousin, all my little cousins, they all went to the army or the navy. It's like pretty much down there all the men. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's maybe one or two men that didn't go. Other than that, everybody went to some type of service. So I guess that's our get down and shit. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like, but now that my baby want to go, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if you should, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't know. I don't know. I want her to leave. You know what I'm saying? He gonna leave me. Like, damn, I was finna get rich and get us a big mansion and everything. He gonna leave me before I could do it. Like, damn. I guess I just have to still do it. He just have to come home to it when he come from the military or whatever. Ice. Ice is running rapid, y'all. What y'all think about the ice situation? I think it's just the police. That's just another section of the police, y'all. That's all it is, just the police. It ain't nothing new to us. Us nigglets, the police ain't nothing new. They been fucking with us. We half-ass glad they fucking with y'all now. I'm saying, get them off our motherfucking nuts and shit. They ain't worried about us so much now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not necessarily saying I'm happy they on you, but I'm saying I'm happy they on you because that just make them not on me as much. It's a selfish thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all, I mean, shit, you broke the law. If you came over here illegally, you broke the law, bro. So if the laws get you, you broke the law. If I go break the law gonna get me. That's how it works. You ain't what makes you you get to not. So you break the law, they ain't supposed to do nothing to you. But if I break the law, they supposed to do something to me. I don't get that. No, it's for everybody. It's supposed to be for everybody. If you break the law, you get in trouble. If I break the law, I get in trouble. That's how it works. It's not just for me to get in trouble. It seems like that's how it's just for us, but that ain't how it's supposed to work. If you break the law, you supposed to get in trouble too. So that means if you came here illegally, that means you broke the law. Even if you came here and you never broke another law, you still had already broke a law by coming here illegally. So I mean, yeah, they rough with it and all that. ICE being a little rough with it and all that, but it's like shit. They shouldn't be killing folks. But I feel the same way about the police. The police shouldn't be killing folks. It's too much of a bloodlust society. It's like Judge Dredd or something. Everybody just want to get a kill off. That's what it seems like. Everybody just want to get a kill off and shit some kind of way. Like, god damn, relax. Damn, Lil John's son found in the lake. That's wild. I know Lil John going through it. Yo, baby. That's your baby. No matter how old they are or whatever, it's still your baby and shit. They done found him in the lake. I fuck around and lose my goddamn mind. Fuck. That's a lot to deal with right quick like that. Yeah, they done found your baby in the lake and shit. Oh, hell no. I don't know how. I'm trying to figure out now how I would feel. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, how do you even analyze that? You gonna be angry, you don't know to be angry, sad, you don't know how to feel. You fucked up right now. Damn. Damn, bro. Condolences to Lil John and his family and stuff, man. Cause that's a bit much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your baby. You half-ass want to die before your baby and shit. Damn. There was one lady I seen on the news. Her during that ice storm and all that. Three of her kids had fell into a lake or pond or something. and she jumped in to try to help him, but couldn't help none of them. All three of them drowned. She said she would pick one of them up, pick them up and put them on the ice, and then the ice would break. And then she would try to get another one, and it was just like a steady thing, just kept going on. She said every time she got one of them out onto like what she thought was dry ground, it was just more ice. She said it would break, they would fall back in the water again. And she said that just kept happening, and they all died and shit. Could you imagine being in the pond with your babies, and not even that they just died in the pond, but you was right there with them, trying to help them? I'd lose my fucking mind. I would have to die then too. I gotta go and die with them. I'm about to just drown with them then. Nah, we have to go out with them on that one. Something. I'm not gonna survive that. I can't survive that, and they didn't survive that. Fuck that. Some gotta. Nah, hell no. And I'm not getting down on the lady because people, she might not have been capable of, she might have been giving her all or whatever. So I'm not blaming the lady or nothing. I'm just saying. I feel like hell no. Fuck that. I'm right there with my baby. Something finna shake. I'm finna grab a branch or something. You should have grabbed a branch, lady. That's what y'all gotta do. Y'all, anybody listen to this? Your baby's falling in that water. You somewhere, there's trees, plants and shit around. If you can't swim good enough to get them out, grab some type of tree branch or something where they can grab it, pull them out like that. But you gotta be in gusto. Say you gotta be in survival mode. And that death is not an option. Like the little boy, what's the little Australian boy that swam all 10 miles or whatever, however many miles he swam or whatever, to the shore to rescue his family. He didn't give a damn. That failure was not an option to the young man. Failure was not an option. The only option was to swim back to shore and get help. That was it. There was no B, C, D, A was the motherfucking plan. The plan was to swim back to the shore, get help my mama and them. ASAP. Ain't no B. I don't have a plan B. There's only A. You know what I'm saying? Like in a situation where your babies is in the water, that icy water like that. And I'm not, like I say, I'm not trying to down the lady or nothing, but it need to be survival, need to be the only option. Straight up. There's no I die in this, they die in this. That ain't even on the table. No. The option is I'm finna get all y'all out this motherfucker some kind of way. If anybody dies, it's gonna be me. Fuck that. No. That shit broke my heart when I heard that. And I know that lady is crushed. I know she feel dead. She might as well be dead. She probably dead inside. She watched her babies. You watch your babies die? Could you imagine that? Watching your babies die. You're gonna have a nightmare about that every night. You'll never be able to that's gonna be in your head every day. Not even just when you sleep. When you woke, you're gonna be fucking picturing that. That's always gonna play back in your head for the rest of your whole life. Forever, that's gonna play back in your head. Damn, that's fucked up. When I seen that shit, I was like, damn. I'm so glad my babies was tucked away inside during that little cold storm. They was inside playing their little video games, whatever. They wasn't about no type of water or nothing. For real, for real. I was so glad they was inside being nerds. I'm glad some of my babies is nerds. I'm glad. I'm glad they nerds. Shit. They want to be inside playing video games and stuff. Oh, that shit broke my heart though. That lady had to witness her baby die like that, and she was trying to, and she was really trying to help him. She wasn't playing. When she told her story about that, she was serious. She was really trying to help them. Could you imagine giving it your all, and they die still? She's strong. That's a strong woman, because I've been pop myself. I would have off myself probably. And I'm not even suicidal. But I wouldn't even be able to live no more. Watching my babies die like that. I don't think I would be able to live anymore after that. For what? What's the point? Hell no. I don't know. You gotta really love on people though, man. 'Cause you never know when any fucking crazy shit could happen. You gotta really tell. I tell my son I love him every time. Every time I pick my son up from school, I drop him off. I say I love you, son. I love you. I tell him every time. I love you. When I'm on the phone, I love you. I love you. I tell him all the time. He probably think I tell him too much. He probably like, damn, what's my dad just stop telling him he love me all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? But I tell him all the time, all my kids, every time I talk to them, I tell them, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Because you never know what the fuck might happen in this world. This shit is iffy than a motherfucker. Anything can happen at any given time. You could be either unalived or jailed for life. You can do some shit could pop off or something. You might go to jail for the rest of your life. Anything can happen at any given time. So you gotta love on your people, man. You do. You really gotta love on your people because you know you don't know what the fuck. I was watching some shit earlier where I forgot what town this was in, but it was some old dude ran a car up into a grocery store and killed like 3 people. Could you imagine just being in the grocery store, you minding your own business and shit? You just shopping, looking at the apples. You in the apple section, you looking at the apples and shit. They got some apples right by the door when you walk in. They look fresh and good. You right there just checking out the apples. All of a sudden, this Mercedes Benz come crashing through the front door and run you over and murder you. You was just in there just shopping. You wasn't bothering nobody. You wasn't doing no kind of crime, nothing. You just in there finna buy you some vegetables, fruits and vegetables, and just lost your life just like that. That's what I'm saying. Anything can happen at any given time. You never know what might happen. You might not even cause it. It could be just some random stuff like that. Somebody crashing through the window. Anything. That's why you gotta be super alert too when you out here in this world and all that. You gotta be alert, watching every goddamn thing, watching everybody, watching all the movement of the cars. See if anybody drunk driving. They might come drunk driving, smash into you. Anything. You gotta be watching folks. That's why I don't even like really going nowhere. I be scared to take I used to take my kids to the movies all the time, but now I be like, I don't know, man. 'Cause you fuck around and be at the movies. See, people that do like terror attacks and shit like that, they gonna hit somewhere where there's a lot of people be at. If you go to the movies, like on release, when the movie's released, the movie be packed, be a bunch of people in there, bunch of people. So I can see that being a place where if somebody want to do a lot of damage to a lot of people, they probably do it at the movies. If during release on a really good ass movie release. I think some dude did that before. I forgot where that was at. Some dude did shot up the movie theater one time. They took him to jail, like just took him to jail. They ain't killed him or nothing. They took him to jail. I wonder what happened with that. What happened with that case? Anybody remember that? Remember the dude went there and shot up the movie theater and shit? He killed a whole bunch of people and shit. I be thinking about all this type of shit. Like you might just be in there just chilling, taking your kids to the movies and shit. And next thing you know, somebody shooting up the place. Oh, nah, man. That's fucked up that we live in, and people just be going out like that. Like they just don't give a damn. They'll just crash the fuck out. They'll crash out just to ruin your life. They hate you. Some people hate you so much. They'll crash out and ruin their life to ruin your life. They'll ruin their life. They're like sacrifice. It's like a sacrifice. It's like they sacrifice themselves. You know what I'm saying? They'll sacrifice themselves to fuck you over. That's crazy, when you really just think about it like that. Think about it like that. If you go out here and you crashing out and shit, and you finna go out here and just murk 5 niggas or whatever kind of work you finna put in, you finna go put in this work, right? Technically, you kind of like sacrificing yourself for them. Like you hate them that much that you willing to just throw your shit away in order to throw their shit away. Like it's like you cool with your shit getting flushed down the toilet too, long as they shit get flushed down the toilet. You good? You cool with your shit being a piece of shit too? You good with that? Hell no, that's crazy in the head like a motherfucker. You tripping? Hell no, I'm not throwing my life away for no goofy. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah, bro. Nah, we ain't going out like that. We ain't doing no Willie Shoo Shoo, Willie Foo Foo. We ain't going out like Willie Foo Foo. Damn, they done found the homie son in the river, y'all. Or in the lake, or pond, or whatever the fuck it is. That's probably some foul play. Somebody probably offed him and threw him in there. Because why would you just, would he went swimming or something? I know he ain't go swimming. Why would he go swimming in the middle of a pond by himself? So he wasn't out there swimming, so somebody threw him out there. Somebody probably unalived him somewhere else and then threw him out there. They gonna once the investigation come forth, it's gonna say what happened. But that's what I'm guessing. It's some foul play. You know, maybe they might find some gunshot wounds. Maybe it was strangulation. Maybe whatever the case may be. I think somebody might have offed him and then threw him in there. To me, that make more sense. But I don't know though. I ain't there. I don't know what the evidence they got. I don't really know what's going on with that. I'm just making an assumption, an educated guess. But I know that's fucking crazy to be dealing with right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Lil John, man. Whatever positive energy I got, I'm gonna try to throw it over that way. You know what I'm saying? Even I know it ain't gonna help. You lose your baby, ain't nothing. Can't nobody tell you nothing. I can just imagine. I lose my baby. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Nothing nobody could tell me made me feel better. I couldn't imagine nothing that nobody could say. So I don't know. I don't even know how to. If that was my partner, like if Lil John my partner, I wouldn't even know how to talk to him about that. Like that's his baby and shit. What you gonna say? Like damn, that's kind of fucked up, bro. I just came from over there with my son. Took him some food and shit. He wanted some Chick-fil-A, but I pulled up the Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A line was long in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? I said, fuck Chick-fil-A shit. I went and got him some canes. Took him some canes over there and shit. I tell my baby I love him every time. I don't give a damn how old. I don't give a damn how old my kids get, whatever. I'm still gonna tell him I love him every time I see him. Cause you never know what the hell might happen. I be feeling like they don't give a damn about me half the time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I think that's just the price you pay as a dad. The kids don't give a fuck about dad really like that. They do. They give a fuck about dad, but they don't even know they give a fuck about dad. It's kind of like that. Like they give a fuck about dad, but they won't really know it until dad gone. Then they go like, damn, what dad? Then they gonna realize, damn, I did give a fuck about dad. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I was. Like when my dad died, then I started realizing, damn, I can't call him and shit and ask him about cause my dad was a computer nerd. He knew coding and all that stuff. Like back in the game, he knew coding way back in the game. He been on coding. So I used to call him and ask him any type of computer questions I had or whatever. So then when he died, I was like, damn, I can't call him. And you know what I'm saying? You start realizing the value of your people. Like, damn, I can't call him no more, ask him questions and shit no more. Like, damn, that sucks. I wanted to call him and ask him some shit. I can't even call him and ask him nothing now. Cause he ain't in this. He done went to the next thing, whatever that is. You know what I think the next thing is? I kind of think reincarnation make the most sense. I do. I think reincarnation make the most sense. As far as whatever this light or I want to call it a spirit for lack of a better term. This light or spirit that we have or whatever. I feel like that's energy. It can even be measured as energy. Like they hooked you to some machine, your body's gonna be measuring electrical pulses. So you have energy flowing through your body. So this is energy, and energy never dies. So I feel like your energy has to go somewhere. Now where it goes, that's like the $1 million question. You know what I'm saying? Where that energy goes after it leaves here, that's the $1 billion question actually. And nobody really knows that. But I think maybe, maybe it's a reincarnation thing. Maybe you come back as another human. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know. I don't know how it works. Maybe your energy comes back as a leopard. Maybe your energy comes back as a tree. Maybe your energy comes. I don't know how it works, but I feel like your energy never dies. So it has to still remain in this cipher some kind of way as something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is exactly. That's the part nobody knows. But I don't think that it goes to no God or nothing like that, or no God judges it, and I don't think that's what happens. I just think that energy manifests itself into something else, living, some other living thing that has that same spark, or that same spirit, or that same. Every living thing has it, even plants. Every living thing has that thing that we call a soul or a spirit. The Bible, y'all Bible thumpers say that only a person has a soul or a spirit, but I would disagree. I would say every living thing has a soul or a spirit, and I'm just calling it. I don't call it a soul or a spirit. I'm just calling it that. I know that's how y'all recognize it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like every living thing has that spark. That's why I feel like that's why you can eat like foods, and it gives you life. Because you eating life. That's life. That spark. You eating that spark. The spark of life. You eating it. That's why it's better to eat your food raw, your vegetables raw, when they are living, when they still alive and all that. They even say it's better to eat raw meat. They've even done studies to say it's better to eat raw meat. Only reason why it's not better for humans to eat raw meat though is because we don't have like the same enzymes and all that break that stuff down. It's like say a tiger or a lion or something like that. So it's probably not super good for us to eat raw meat, but I get the whole devouring life thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat life. You don't want to eat death. That spark of life, we don't know where it goes. We don't know where it comes from, and we don't know where it goes. And we don't even know if it transfers into something else. That's just a theory we done came up with, that energy never dies and all that. We don't even know if that's really a real thing. For all we know, energy does die. You know what I'm saying? When you die, your energy might just die along with it. For all we know. We don't know. But I feel like another reason why I feel like reincarnation is probably a real thing, because you have people, especially like kids, that do or say some shit that they not even supposed to know. It'd be like some shit way back in history or something, and they'll say some shit or something, and you know what I'm saying? Like, how do they know that? It's a child. How do they even know any of that? So they repeat. That's why I think that energy is being transferred. So I think you probably die, and then you just pop back into another baby, and you don't even remember. You remember some shit, and that be the shit that, when you see a kid and they be like a like an old soul, they be kind of like smart, like way too smart for their age and all that. That's because I think they probably held on to some of the knowledge they had in the life before this one. They probably held on to some of the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't manifest totally into a whole new soul. It's just the same soul, but it still has some of the same memories. That's what I think happens. I don't think it's no God concept and all that. I think it's an energy concept. I think I think whoever made this shit. I mean not made this shit, but whoever manifested you was you. You know what I'm saying? Like you had you type of shit. Like you are your parent. You had you. That's my belief. And it just keeps going on and on like that. Where did it begin? No one knows. I don't even think it did begin. Like, cause if energy don't die, how would it begin? If it don't die, that means it ain't born either. That means it's just already here. If it don't die. If it don't die, then it wasn't created. It wasn't born either. So that means it's just always been the thing. Infinite. We just can't relate to infinite because we're born and then we die. So how we relate to life, how we relate to this cipher is birth and death. That's how we relate to it. But it could be more expansive and more complicated than that. We just can't relate to it. We can't relate to infinity. It don't even make no sense to it. We can't grasp the notion of something being infinite. Cause cause we're not infinite. So we can't understand that. We're like, huh? What do you mean infinite? Infinite? How's it gonna be infinite? We gonna live like 100 years tops. So how is anything else gonna be infinite? See, we can't even relate to the thought process of it. But that don't mean it's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably just can't relate to it. So like I was saying, like a mosquito can't relate to uh 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 in nothing. A cell phone, a car, a truck, a house. A mosquito can't relate to none of that shit. But they be right here living. They right here living with it. They right here on. They be landing on the car. They right here living with all that stuff, but they can't understand or relate to none of it. I think humans we the same way with this universe and all that. We think we know so much, but I think we don't even know hardly nothing. Cause just think, if the universe is that big, that infinite, that many, a zillion light years across and all this, and it's expanding a million light years every day and all this type of shit. How can we possibly even begin to grasp anything that involves that? How can we can't even go a light year speed. We can't even go that fast. Our bodies would burn to a crisp. We can't even go that fast. A light year. A light year. We can't even fathom how far a light year away is. We don't know nothing about that. We just saying shit. We saying whatever sound cool to the other. We got one set of humans saying whatever sound cool to the other set of humans, and the other set of humans is stupid as hell. They just believe whatever the smart sounding humans say. And the smart sounding humans say all this stuff about how space is, the sun is this many light years away, and how the Mars is this many light years away, and how this and how that. But they just saying whatever, and y'all just believe it. They don't know. How the fuck they know? How you know what's a million light years away? You don't know what the fuck. For all you know, it could be a door that just open and close, and it closed the whole universe away. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see beyond that door and shit. You don't know what's going on out there. That's why I don't like humans. Cause we too fake and shit. We always acting like we know every goddamn thing and shit. Just like when people say blacks ain't native to this land. But here's the thing. There's no way Columbus or whoever the fuck came here and settled here. How would they know who was in America? How would they know? They didn't have no drone. They didn't have no satellite. They didn't have no fucking nothing. They had horses and buggies and shit. They didn't even have no car or nothing. How in the fuck would they know how many people is anywhere at any given time? They have no way of knowing that. They had no possible instrument they could have used. They had no way of knowing that. You see what I'm saying? So how could they say, well, it wasn't nothing but just these Indian looking people here? You don't know who was here. The fuck? How would you even know? You don't have no way of knowing that. Yeah. That was a long time ago. They didn't have the technology we got now. They didn't have no satellite view. They didn't have no drone flying around. They can go scan the whole forest and shit, see what people out there living in the woods and shit. They ain't had no shit like that. For all you know, it's millions of people live here. You just ain't never ran into them before. That's what I'm saying. They had no way of knowing that how many people was here already. You have no way of knowing that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you went and tried to enslave all the people that you thought was here, That don't mean that you got all of them. That don't. It could have been a whole bunch of more people you knew nothing about. You see what I'm saying? So that's I don't believe none of the shit they tell us. All the shit they taught us in school, all the stuff they tell, I don't believe none of that stuff. Because I feel like, why would they tell you the truth? Think about that. Why would they think about now how they trying to change and change the slavery thing to other, talking about some indentured servants. They see how now they even trying to change it now? So that shows you that they'll try to change some shit. So how you know they ain't changed all that shit? You see what I'm saying? I don't believe none of that. I don't buy it. But I'm kind of hungry on the cool. I wanted to go get me some Olive Garden, but I think they might be closed already. What time Olive Garden start taking orders? I want to go get me some spaghetti and some salad, but that motherfucker might be closed already. I might stop taking orders already. I missed the 24-hour life. Am I the only person missed 24-hour life? When all the stuff, Walmart was open 24 hours. All the little restaurants open 24 hours. Everything open, still was life going on after dark. Now the streets be dead and shit. So you can't even just ride around. You just ride around at night. You wouldn't even like stick out. Now if you ride around at night, you gonna stick out because ain't nobody else riding around. Everything is dead. Walmart closed. We used to go to Walmart in the middle of the night. We used to go to Walmart in the middle of the night and ride the bikes around the store. Go get the bikes out the toy department and ride them around the store and shit. That's what we used to do. When I was straight up, I used to do that. Go up there and get the bikes, ride it around the Walmart and shit. Until we'd do it until we got kicked out. They be like, y'all got to get off them bikes and leave. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You can't even do that no more. Walmart used to be open all night. Kroger's used to be open all night. Damn near all the little restaurants and shit. All the restaurants used to be open all night. Uh, 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 Whataburger's still open all night. Which one that's closed now that used to be open all night? I think wasn't Burger King open 24 hours? I think Popeyes was too. I think Popeyes was 24 hours. Or was it? I know a few of the Williams. I think they still 24 hours though. I don't think Williams stopped being 24 hours. Some of them, the ones that was 24 hours, like the one in South Dallas. The one in South Dallas is 24 hours. And they got one in the Funk in Meadowbrook. It used to be 24 hours. I don't know if it still is or not, though. I'm fat. That's why I know about all these restaurants and stuff. I be dogging them hoes. I be eating at all them places. The best burger, until we get the best burgers in Arlington, though. I'm finna tell you right now. I forgot the name of it, though. I don't know the name of it, but I know where it's at. It's a little burger spot right on the corner of Division and Bowen. Right on the corner of Division and Bowen. Go over there, get you a burger. Go over there, get you some breakfast. The breakfast is real good too. Go there in the morning, get you some breakfast. Go there in the afternoon or the evening, get you a burger. They got the best burgers in Arlington. I promise you, they do. But I ain't ate there in a long time. So if maybe they didn't change the cook or something, I don't know. But they did have the best burgers in Arlington and the best breakfast too. I think it's called Burger Grill or Grill Burger. It's either Burger Grill or Grill Burger or something like that. Some grill, some burgers and grill or something like that. But it's on the corner of Bowen and Division in Arlington, Texas. Bowen and Division on the corner, right across. Not right across from the Quick Trip, but kind of across from the Quick Trip. Bomb, man. I've been eating there since I was a kid. I've been eating there for years. I've been eating. I need to go over there, matter of fact, and grab me and give me a burger. I think I'll do that tomorrow, matter of fact. I've been eating there since I was a kid. They dude that owned that, he know me. He been knowing me since I was a kid. He seen me leave, go to the military, come back, all that. I've been eating over there since then and shit. For like what, 30 years, 30 plus years I've been eating over there. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, that place been there the whole time. That's the crazy part. That place been there the whole time. And the same dude that owned it, he been the owner the whole time. Old school, he old now. He was younger when back in the game. Uh, Damn, I can't remember the name of that place. Trying to remember the name of it. Burger Box got some good ass burgers too though. Burger Box used to be the best. Back in the game, Burger Box was the best burger spot. Period, hands down. Burger Box was the best. Then after Burger Box, it was the place that I'm talking about, the grill spot, Burger Grill over there. But Burger Box kind of fell off. Burger Box fell off, and then the Burger Grill was like the number one spot. And then Airways Burgers on Collins. It's a place called Airways. Airways used to have Airways used to be real good. Airways fell off too. I got a burger over there a couple days ago. Probably about a couple weeks ago actually. And it was horrible. I was disappointed in Airways. You could tell it's not the same cook or the same. It might not even be the same owners no more. Cause they food tastes totally different. That burger was not even close to what it used to be. You used to go to Airways in the morning and get you a whole thing of biscuits. They biscuits was bomb. They breakfast biscuits was real good. You used to go there in the morning and get you a whole tray of them boys. And hoes used to be real good. I don't know if they still do that or not. But I know I went and got the burger and I was disappointed. Like highly disappointed. I was like, damn, this ain't the Airways I know. This ain't the Airways I grew up on. I grew up eating them Airways burgers. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't it. What it is now ain't it. Y'all need to revamp that hoe. Straight up. I don't know what y'all changed or how they cook it different. I don't know what's going on, but it ain't what it was. Y'all need to get it back to what it was. Cause y'all right there on the strip with the stadium and all that. Y'all shit need to be A1. Straight up. I be seeing y'all parking lot be emptied in the motherfucker. Y'all probably make more money off of selling parking spaces for the stadium than y'all make off burgers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be mad about that. Cause y'all a burger spot. I remember Scope giving Airways a scolding. But I grew up eating at these places. I feel like y'all need to get y'all shit back in order. Straight up. Straight up. That Hooters right there, been there forever. Hooters been there forever. Airways been there forever. Popeyes been there forever. I remember when they built that Popeyes though. Wendy's used to be on the other side of the street. Wendy's moved sides of the street. Wendy's used to be on the other side of the street where that not Golden Chick, Canes, where that Canes is on Six Flags Drive right there. Wendy's used to be on that side of the street. I remember that because my uncle used to work there. Matter of fact, the Popeyes was a Wendy's at first. That's right. That was a Wendy's first. The Popeyes was Wendy's. Sure was. The Popeyes was Wendy's. They bought it out and changed it to a Popeyes. That was a Wendy's at first. Because my uncle used to work there. I remember. He used to bring home Wendy's stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that Wendy's, that Popeyes. No, wait. Not Popeyes. I got that backwards. Arby's. Not Popeyes. Down a little more. Arby's used to be for Wendy's. That's right. Arby's used to be Wendy's. That's right. And then they moved up the street right there and they built a new one right there by that stove and all that. The stadium right there, it was some apartments. It was gangster, like it was Dolphin, crack, crack city. You know what I'm saying? Them apartments that was right there where they built the stadium at, where they tore down them apartments right there. Man, they used to be drug city. Straight up, that's where everybody was hustling. That's where everybody wants some crack. That's where they pull up at. It used to be going down over there. There was some apartments right there. What else was right there? Nothing really. Some apartments and a big ass field and shit. But yeah, I'm finna get off here. I wanna go get me something to eat right fast. I'm kinda hungry a little bit. And this phone battery finna go dead anyway. So I'm gonna put this phone on the charger, go get me something to eat. I might jump back up on this hoe. You know what I'm saying? A little later or whatever. Rest in peace to Lil Jon son. You know what I'm saying? It's Amadi Media. I'm out.